Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ECS Season 2 here from FACEIT. Of course, my name is Dowse, and to my left is Jack Evans, and we'll be bringing you the final two matches from North America. Where are you, Jack? Are you?
Where's Jack? Have you seen Jack?
Oh, I haven't seen Jack.
No,
I've seen his cable. This community caster does not know how to do his... now mine's stepping.
You're going to do this to me live,
We got
Dowse?
calmness stuff going on, yeah.
You deserved it.
What's more important is Optic versus Cloud9.
Optic versus Cloud9, yeah. So, I mean, this is a game that I've been looking forward to all day.
Yes, you have.
As I've told you quite a few times.
Hotel lobby stays and queen beds galore, and Jack just basically watching Optic VODs over and over again.
Pretty much. I mean, these are legit. I mean, they're either in the conversation for the best American or the number 2 NA if you count SK as a American team right now. And they played each other on this map like a month ago. It was super close. We've been playing each other a lot since then. So I think it should be a really, really tight matchup, and I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, my cable is going well. So it's interesting as well because of the way the home and away system works in ECS, which means that we can get these double matchups. So the home team, they pick the maps they want to play, their preference, their 1, 2, 3 preference. The away team, they ban 2 maps blind, 2 maps they do not want to play. And the result of that is that the 2 matches we're playing tonight is a double train. So both Cloud9 and Optic have done it. Now, it is to be noted that this match is... has already been played on Friday, but no one knows the results. It's a secret to all of us, so we'll be bringing you this as if it was live. Just made sure to warn you as we get into this, and it is Cloud9 on the T side, Optic defending as the bomb makes its way into, looks like the T halls.
And this is kind of like the standard Optic setup that we've seen from them on this map. Certainly the last time they played this, back on the 29th of September, they're going to have 2 players on the B site. And Tarik usually playing the Z connector. This time it's mixwell. It's pretty much what we're expecting, although a little bit of an early push out there from NAF going all the way into B, just looking for that kind of rush. He's not going to spot it, so falling back into the back of the outer bomb site. And it's I think is maybe just a play to make the most, but instantly the fast rotates come in as they start to attack the A bomb site. Yeah,
I have to see what Tarik can do in this position here, looking for the shots, but he's going to fall down to mixwell. Mixwell taking all 3 shots away from Tarik, and that means that Cloud9 have fallen to pieces. Just nothing left and nothing for him. Optic to take the first round here, really off the back of mixwell.
Well, that didn't take very long, did it, Dowse?
No.
And I think part of the reason it didn't take very long anyway, apart from Optic being aim gods, is that you saw how they dropped into the back of the B site as soon as the first 20 seconds of the round went past, and also NAF had that push into apps, so they knew there was absolutely no way it was going to be a B rush play, so they dropped to the back of the site for a fast rotate into A, and the second that first flash landed, 5 players there, and they just hit their shots.
Now, for these guys, we'll have to see if Cloud9 have anything set up. They haven't really opted in for much, just a couple of deagles, the pistols, no armor for them, and a flashbang on nothing.
Yeah, they didn't get a bomb plant, so I think this is the safe decision. They're going to save up here, and they get themselves a gun round for free in round 3, even though they haven't actually won anything yet. And they'd have AKs too, so they'll be over the top of these FAMASs, which probably won't get upgraded unless either Stan, Rush, or Tarik can get a load of kills.
Stewie looking for the shots towards NAF there, but not able to connect anything. Very close nonetheless, but no cigar for the man. A minute left on our clocks, and Cloud9 currently setting up to try and push onto the A site, which is peculiar, I would say. I would expect a B site play, considering the weaponry that Cloud9 have available to them. But no, it's going to be Tarik taking down members. USP switched out. He's going to spot out nothing, and Mixwell will find the shot for him. And as expected, a 5-0 sweep. Optic able to take that round without losing a member.
Cloud9 just waiting to get their strength to go because they weren't really pushing around the map or trying to stack up on anyone. I think they for some reason were just delaying until they hit the bomb take, and they only had a flash, like you said, so kind of a bit stuffed there. And they're back on the full save again. They've gone for P250s. I know we're grasping at straws here, really. It's such a small thing, but I really think that they should have gone for smokes rather than P250s, because if you get 3 smokes out on the A bomb site correctly, you do at least have a fairly good chance of getting this bomb plant down. And actually Tarik, he's going to go aggressive this time. It was NAF last time, and he's rewarded for his troubles with the heads of Stewie and Shroud. NAF finding nothing too. Instantly in a 2v5, make that 1v5, make that none v5. Optic cruising to 3-0. That's kind of as expected after they got the first round. Now is where the fun begins, Dowse.
Yes, we should see the AKs coming out for Cloud9, and we can expect something a little bit different. Look at the utility as well these guys have saved up. Just through not buying any Kevlar in round 2, they get themselves pretty much a full utility ride. and the AWP there for Skadoodle, or how has he written it? It's Eldusak.
It's like Cutler does it as well.
Eldusax.
Cutler writes his name as Reltuck. It's just a thing people do. Shroud, he gets punished for going by himself too quickly. Stanislaw, and man, they've been pushing at B every single round so far, and they're always getting something for it. This time it's automatic trade, punishing the push though, but it looks like the trade might come out from Tarik. No, automatic is way too good for that, and that's actually going to leave Optic at a kind of significant disadvantage here. Looks like they're calling the A play, and why not? Because it's been 3 players in Ivy for the whole round, and no one's really worried about it. I think if they'd just gone fast Ivy, they'd already have the round over, but as it is, they pull back from it.
Allows Optic to spread out. Mixwell going to challenge automatic, and he will win it out. Little does he know that the bomb lying around the other side of the corner. Cloud9 have taken control of that general area. They will be able to pick that one up. A minute left for these guys. They have to decide if they want to continue this attack, this assault towards the A site, or whether they will try and change things up. It is going to be a, by the looks of it, as we see.
Yeah, but Optic have kind of made the wrong call here. There's enough time being stalled off a clock by Cloud9 that they think this is going to switch over to the B bomb site, and all they've got left there really on A is the scout of NAF just at the back of the alleyway there, just to try and get some tags through the middle of the chains and then wait for the cavalry to arrive via connector. The problem is, look at Cloud9. They've already got 3 smokes. I mean, they can just smoke and re-smoke Z, and then Optic are kind of screwed.
Yeah, so good call really coming out of Cloud9, slowing the game down, the clock down as the bomb to be planted by nothing, and now 40 seconds on the clock. Diffuse kits there for Optic, so they do have the ability to, I guess, cut it to the wire, but losing Mixwell will not make things easy. NAF going to make his way around to the back of the train hangar, and Stan going to look to drop down into Pop Dog, or maybe possibly going for an exit. 20 seconds surpassing, and Skadoodle should be able to spot Stan out, and he does. Lands the shot, easy peasy, and only NAF left alive. It's pretty much a no-go for Optic here. NAF going to look for exit frags, but he's not going to be able to secure any, and that is going to be, once more, Optic Gaming, Cloud9, finding a point now on their board.
Really, it's just Cloud9 making the most of some inadvisable pushes by Optic. You know, they didn't really time this properly, and this is the key place here. Rush comes out, automatic somehow wins it out, and then Tarik doesn't really make the face properly. Automatic hits a great headshot there straight away, and that's what gives them that opening onto the A bomb site eventually. I also like the way that they slowed down, waited for Optic to overthink the round and over-rotate onto the B site, and that meant really there was no way they could handle it. Sometimes when you sneak onto the site like that, it can be, oh man, Skadoodle gets that opening straight away on Rush, and again, man advantage straight away for Cloud9.
Yeah, this is just dominance from Skadoodle. When he gets that AWP, he rarely misses. Probably the best AWP player in North America. North America's hope when it comes to
at the moment,
the big green gun. Yeah, at the moment. A very versatile player, actually. You chuck him on a rifle, he performs well. So certainly an asset for Cloud9. But that's the thing about Cloud9. There's so many assets. Automatic Stewie, as we speak of him, he dies. Maybe I should do that more often. NAF. Okay. Tarik falls. Okay.
He's trying to curse Optic.
Trying to jinx
curse,
them, right?
You just say their names and they'll all die.
He does die in the end, but it was a little bit too late. So I can't say I caused that. But Stan is now all alone on the bomb train, and Cloud9 will be able to take that one from Optic. They just walked in and just killed them.
Well, and did you see they walked in from Dowse? It was through Ivy, and you know this is kind of the weakness of the Optic defense, and this seems to be something that Cloud9 figured out. It might have been in the back of their minds the last time they played this, but Optic are rarely going for like a heavy double Ivy setup, it seems, and Cloud9 have realised this. They come straight through, and you know the A-side defenders have no hope really, especially after they've already been thinned out. And I think that's the thing as well. When you get that early pick, it's like, where do you take that player from? You're not going to take the Z connected player because they play both bomb sites, and then you end up thinning out the Ivy defense or solo holding B. And nothing again. They've had that opening from A main so many times. Tarik trades it back, but come on, when are they going to wise up, Dowse?
It's hard when you do have pistols. It's not the easiest of gun to really punish something that continuously happens, especially when the AK does have that one headshot. But Mixwell going to find Shroud, not quite able to take Stewie down, and Stewie going to look for 3. Rush falling, he's looking for 4. Ooh, dirty coming out of Stewie2K, who gets himself the 4. And that is going to be the score, now tied up 3-3.
Stewie2K with a Stewie4K to level the scores. And it was, again, you know, not much utility really, nothing much they can do about it, but it seems that like Cloud9 are consistently catching people in the open there from A main. And I think it's pretty nice for Stewie, because the last time they lost it was 14-16, it was pretty close. They lost it on Optic's T side, and you know, it was partly because Stewie wasn't having a great time, so holding that B side. So a bit calmer for him, maybe they get a 4K early on in the round and get themselves back into form, and he's a player that really benefits from feeling like he's on top of the game.
Now for Optic, guns on the table. Will they be able to do much with it? Rush in that aggressive E-box position will be taken down, and that's going to be everyone falling on Optic. Just Stan left alive, and he has to try and make his way through the smoke to stop this bomb. No defuse kit for the man. It's a 1 versus 5, practically impossible, and I wouldn't expect him to even try.
He's got no kit, he's smoked out. I don't think there's much he can do here, and I think something that's really striking me, Dowse, about these rounds that Cloud9 are stringing together is the sheer pace of it. I think they've really increased the speed of their A hits, and it doesn't seem like Optic's defense there on that outer bomb site is quite secure enough. I think you might have to see them start to shift more players towards it. You can have 3 players out on the sites, like double IV, maybe someone in E-box or Pop and one in Z connector, and that's when Cloud9 start to think, hey, maybe we hit the B site instead. But right now, Optic have to find an answer here on the A site.
And this round, possibly not the one to do it, as once more they are forced onto pistols. The ZZ there, Deagles for Tarik and NAF, and a 5-7, I believe it is, for Mixwell. So
I wouldn't be surprised at all if they push straight out B here. Indeed, that's exactly what they're going to do with these guns, and there's so much here for them. Stanislaw gets so many tags. He's going to get autimatic for himself. Mixwell gets Stewie2K, but then the shenanigans are over, Dowse.
Yep, it is Cloud9 though, with only 2 members living, and Optic Gaming, they have 3. So the advantage is there for the CTs, but it's immediately taken away by Shroud, who chucks it all away. It's just Rush left alive. He collects an AK, so he could attempt to try and stop this bomb plant. A minute on the clock, and they haven't planted it yet. Gives him the full 40 seconds to work with, and he would be just around the corner.
And furthermore, the money's going to be good enough for them anyway here because they saved in that previous round. To buy, so he might as well go for it. He does risk it for a biscuit, and unfortunately, no biscuit was forthcoming, does he? Not even a custard cream. This is the kind of what could have put them back in it, but Shroud able to put put out the flames before the fire gets too bad. And then, to be honest, I think that's just a flat-out mistake from NAF and Tarik. They've got guns that are only really effective at short range, and Tarik goes for that ladder peek against an AK, and I don't think that's ever going to work, especially against the players of this caliber. But they are now back on a proper full gun round. The discipline was good enough, and no helmets going in for most of Optic too. And I love it when teams do that. You don't need full helmets against AKs and an AWP, and this could be a huge duel straight away, and Stewie gets the best of NAF. So all of this aggression coming out of B, like nearly every single round, maybe Cloud9 is starting to wise up to it.
Was NAF holding an AWP there? No, it looks like Tarik may be the one AWPing for Optic, and he is going to fall to Stewie as well, who's really having a strong performance in this game so far. Stewie stepping up for his team and making an Optic pay for every little mistake that they create. The B site push coming through, and it's just Stan left here. Nothing is going to find the headshot, and Stan to fall down. Mixwell and Rush, the last 2 CTs left, and recollecting that AWP. Mixwell's going to make the call. Let's head on out. Let's try and save this one up.
Oh, that is absolutely what I'd be doing for Mixwell, because their money is now virtually, in fact, Mixwell's money is exactly nil, so that's exactly what they want to do. And I think the issue here for Optic was the speed of the rotations. Having had a few engagements there in the B tunnels and seeing quite a lot, it doesn't even look like they are expecting to, because you often see teams like the second that flash pops, the call comes out and they go through, and even then there was like a slight delay. So Optic clearly not really listening in for the call, weren't expecting that B hit despite the information they got, and I think maybe that was just a bit of a heads down kind of play from them. So Cloud9 are going to head up to 6-3 here, and given that this map is kind of CT-sided, not as bad as it used to be since the rifle change, but it's still CT-sided, and Cloud9 already have 6 round on the board. Even if they just got an epic losing run from here, they've kind of done enough to win the game, and from now on, they're just further increasing their chances. Optic really need to get themselves back here. They're going to be at least 1 save, because they spent so much, might even be 2 saves, Dowse, unless they can pull something nutty on a force buy, which, of course, they're perfectly capable of with the caliber of aimers they've got on this team, people like your Mixwells. Well, forgive me, they're actually still on 4 guns, apart from NAF, who's got a Deagle here. And a lot of utility in their hands too, particularly look at the 4 Molotovs, and these are particularly good at holding off B plays. And yeah, Stanislav's still holding on to his, so that will come straight down the ramp this time if he thinks there's anything too spicy and hot coming down there for him. Meanwhile, the rest of the team just congregating here in this pop dog area. That still gives them some options. Skadoodle all the way at the back of the bomb site. I think he's probably scoping down the alleyway looking for some kind of push out from Ivy, but it's unlikely to be forthcoming. Optic have gone for a super passive setup, and Stanislaw solo holding the B site right from the back, so they'll be able to basically plant it on top of them. He's just there to maybe get 1 kill, put in a few tags, and then wait for the rest of his team to come along. There's not actually much he can do to stop this bomb plant if they go for B.
Yeah, Optic, as you said, changing their strategy on their CT side to put more members towards A, but as soon as they do so, Cloud9 switching it up. Jack, you're a mind reader, And it's exactly how this one is going to play out. Stewie2K with bomb in hand, going to plant it. All 5 members of both teams alive. Diffuse kits there for 4 of the CTs. And Stan going to make the first engagement. Throws a high HE grenade out, doesn't hit anyone. Stewie going to take down Tarik, but at the moment it's all on automatic. 3 for the man. Mixwell takes nothing down, but he's the last man alive. And an AWP to try and reclaim the site. Has to be careful, he's going to walk straight into Skadoodle. And Skadoodle to take that shot. Easy peasy. This is the second time today, Jack, that we see a train matchup going in favor of the T side, which it's just not expected.
And yeah, this was absolutely the key play on this round. There's no way they're expecting Automatic to get down between the trains so quickly. You know, it's such an uncommon kind of play, but I think they realized that there was a solo hold and everyone was at the back of the site. So, you know, the risk to pushing down that far is that if you catch people behind the trains or, you know, here at the ramp, then, you know, things can get very ugly for you very quickly. Because they were at the back of the site, it was fairly safe for Automatic to go up and make that play as they were trying to get onto Catwalk. And, you know, it was the big splash play that got them the round, not to mention Skadoodle's lovely little flank. And Skadoodle started that move before they even won the round. So absolute faith there in Automatic's ability to go and seal the deal.
Stan getting aggressive, and he finds himself a kill onto Shroud, changing the pace up after playing such a passive line in the B area. Changes it and goes for the aggressive push. Now over towards the ladder. Stewie2K should be able to land the shots, and he will. Stan not going to find a second for himself, but on the flip side of the map, it is NAF finding nothing, which means that Optic Gaming on the pistols currently hold an advantage, and Mixwell's just spotted the bomb.
And that's kind of a problem, because that means that they know that this T side is currently a bit cut up. He's going to be so careful. If Mixwell can just get 1 kill here, I think that's pretty much round over.
Have to see. No. Automatic able to land the headshot. And now this should go in favor of Cloud9. Optic would need a miracle, and their miracle could be called Tarik, who's going to find shots towards Skadoodle, but not going to be able to kill the man. And now he has to fall back. Stewie looking to go down into Pop Dog, try and make a play. 30 seconds left, so Cloud9 are going to commit towards the A site, and Tarik burnt alive with a couple of shots in his back as well. Rush to 4, like his teammate, 8-3 in round 11. And Optic just don't seem to have a grasp on their CT side.
Yeah, I think it kind of comes down to this full gun round, but yeah, I love it when this happens. I don't know if you've ever seen the film Monty Python's Life of now something completely different, but there's a sketch at the front about people choosing obvious pieces of cover, and well, I think Tarik probably wants to have a look at it because Stewie always knew that's the way it was going to be. So they are going to go ahead and pause it out, and I would imagine this is probably a tactical pause from Optic Gaming because they have just lost a hell of a lot of rounds on the trot. They need to get their thoughts back together.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It's not great when you're on train and your CT side is this devastating for your team. You really need to be getting more out of your team. Their rotations don't seem to be on point. Their holds are not on point. The aggressive play on A site's not working.
You know, I think economically things have been difficult for them, but I think really the crux of the issues they're experiencing right now is to do with their communication. They're just not getting the calls through very quickly, which, you know, when Optic Gaming got rid of Dax, what a lot of people said was like, you know, he's their IGL, and, you know, they have recovered from it somewhat. I think, you know, Rush and Stanislaw even is bringing it, but you know, he's not a top-level caller as opposed to, you know, Cloud9 are actually doing very well in this respect, even after losing Sean. And I think maybe that's kind of the difference in these two teams right now. Because, you know, going back to that last round, Mixwell spotted the bomb, and Tarik was right behind him. So Tarik should have been straight in on that bomb. They had 5-7s. They were really well placed to defend that at close range. And what's more, Cloud9 was still spread out. If they could have just got a couple of kills there, that would have been the round in their favor, and, you know, an upset round if you like. Instead, these calls just not coming through. So Optic really need to sort it out and, you know, commit to some rotations, take some more risks.
Well, this will be the round to do it. The pause undone. And Mixwell to open up onto Automatic. A good start for Optic Gaming here. And if they're able to get a little bit more out of this, they will be in a good position to try and fight back for that potential 7-8 halftime scoreline. It would be a dream as Stan to take Shroud down makes it so much more viable for this team to take this round 12. Stewie2K on the flank might be able to cause some havoc. We'll have to see if he is able to take NAF down, and he will. And so the 3 versus 4 for Cloud9, they've got control of Ivy, which, well, just makes things so much easier.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get into this A bomb site now with impunity. Rush, though, he does stop one, and he's going to be able to drop back to a safe position now. That is a bit of a spanner in the works because their man advantage goes back in favor of Optic Gaming, unexpectedly. Because, you know, they went for a bit of an unconventional setup on the A bomb site with Nafli sitting all the way back, just expecting him to smoke it and come straight through. And even though they saw it coming, somehow they weren't able to stop it. In fact, Rush and Tarik seal the deal, so after Cloud9 gets some great entries, it all goes a bit wrong, Dowse.
Yeah, and the bomb sitting towards the A-Halls as well, so losing the members in the positions they had meant that Cloud9 were not in a good position. They would have to beat out everyone, and look at this from mixwell. One onto autimatic. He saw the man to his left, but he focused his target well.
And the thing that surprised me about that kill there in B is that, you know, Optic on their T side abused Cloud9 a lot for running those kinds of plays. So they should be well aware of it, and instead they get caught out. So mixwell gonna be at the back of the site here, and because they're rushing him so fast, and he has the AWP down, so things could be difficult for him if he doesn't land a few quick shots.
That's it, you get pushed out and Cloud9 take the site. There's only 2 members of Optic left alive. NAF trying to make that less so, and he is able to find one for himself now, looking for nothing, but he's given up his position, and Skadoodle on the flank will take the backstab stand. Last man alive for Optic as the bomb shall is currently sitting pretty. No one actually planting it at this time, currently trying to take full control of the A site, but all this does is give Stam time to rotate into a position that he believes is favorable, and now we will see the bomb going down.
I mean, it's never easy doing a 1 versus 3 clutch, but to be honest, there's no smokes on the side of Cloud9 to block off his angles between the trains, so if you wanted to do it anywhere, I think this would be the place. The issue for him here is Skadoodle up there with the AWP in heaven, and if Stam doesn't get a grip on that really quickly, then he's kind of doomed, and in fact, I don't think he's going to pull for this retake at all, but man, it's 4-8, there's only 2 rounds left, just over it.
Yeah, you have to start making those hero plays, especially when you're on that favored side. Your T side is going to be an uphill battle for sure, and it looks like Stan is going to commit to allowing Cloud9 to take this bomb for free. Looking for the potential exit frags, but no one on Cloud9 is going to head towards him. So, as you said, Jack, we are going into the next one. Round 14-9-4 currently for Cloud9. Optic Gaming, they need a they need to hold better. This quick play from Cloud9, it seems like Optic Gaming don't have an answer for it.
And yeah, I think that's what really caught them off guard there, because so many of the full gun rounds Cloud9 have played a bit slower, and all of a sudden they just ran so fast into the bomb site. You know, I wasn't even expecting. I was like, whoa, they've already got 3 kills, and they rushed the AWP as well. That's such a good way to neutralize that weapon. You know, cover him in smokes and go straight through him. And
that molly we just saw there is so good for Optic, because it slows down any potential fast play that could have come out of Cloud9. If that's what they're struggling with, is Cloud9 pushing onto the site quickly, Optic Gaming, they're able to shut that down. Now, currently Optic, they have got that disadvantage with mixwell falling so early. That means the AWP, or no, there wouldn't be an AWP in this game.
And I love that Molotov to the back of main, but I wish that Optic had followed it up with a double face, maybe from like, you know, NAF and Russia here, who've got the 5-7 or Deagle that are quite good up close, because they split the Cloud9 terrorists in 2 who are setting up to go into the bomb site. Instead, they don't follow it up, so maybe they're just not thinking through the repercussions of that molly right now. I think, you know, things are kind of not working out for them with this aggression. They went again down Ivy, and look at this, Dowse. They've lined up all 4 players on the A bomb site right now. They're absolutely sold on this, especially after they gave up Ivy control, and Cloud9 know it because they're heading straight for B.
Yep, and it's going to be the B play coming through. Currently 2 members set up there as a Shroud and Stewie2K get ready for this. Take nothing, making noise towards the A site, but Tarik able to find the kill. Will Tarik go for the gun is what I wonder. He does have the M4, so he actually will be NAF going to try and recover that AK. So weaponry there for Optic as this bomb to be planted in the 24th second. But they're nowhere near the B site.
Yeah, great decision from Rush here not to just go straight in and lose his life for nothing. Wait for the rest of the team to rotate over. It's still 4 versus 4, and they've got a decent amount of guns, so this is quite possible for Optic.
We'll have to see if they're able to make it work for themselves. Good start by Tarik, turns this into an advantage for Optic, but they still have to make their way down this long haul, and autimatic's not going to allow it. 2 for him. Stewie finds NAF. Stan takes down 1, is in a 1 versus 2 now, looking for Shroud, but it's not going to happen, and that is once more another round in favor of Cloud9.
And I just have no idea how how Rush isn't able to get that frag on. I think it was autimatic. He was standing right behind him. He totally got the jump on him. And he has the 5-7 that has, it's one of the few C2 weapons that does have an up-close one-shot headshot kill. And somehow he's just not able to make that through, and then autimatic gets 2 kills and kind of nixes the round. It's just disappointing to see these things for Optic. Small things not going right, communication also not going in their favor, and furthermore, they're trying to stop themselves falling to 11-4, and they basically have nothing in terms of guns. All their hopes are pinned on stanislaw 7, and oh my god, Skadoodle taking matters into his own hands.
And this is devastating when you're Optic, because this is round 15, last of the half, and Skadoodle is just shredding through you like butter and top of a knife. Stewie going to fire at Tarik and takes him in a position where the sun does not shine. It's only Stan left alive here. A mag 7 in hand, looking for nothing. No, he's dead. Oh, no, he's not yet. Okay, there we go.
Well, I think he hit him with the flashbang. Yeah, Stewie's missed a point of health.
Sure.
So, he landed it. He got the headshot.
Congratulations.
Headshot.
Congratulations to you.
Tarik taking a swag 7 pellet to an unpleasant location.
Look at this 3K from Skadoodle.
Yeah, this is exactly what opened out the rounds. They barely even got set up. It's so early in the round, and he just spots them all while they're trying to run to their positions. Just no chance at all. And Skadoodle is absolutely on fire right now.
So, it is currently 11-4 as we head into the second half here. And we have to see whether or not Optic have it in themselves to bring it back. Now remember, this is a double train matchup for these two guys. The map after this will be another one of those train things, which means that both teams get a chance to try some new things out, or I guess reinforce the things that work. Mixwell running straight up, and he's found 2 for himself. A good start. Rush to find autimatic, and this is Optic Gaming showing a little bit of life here. A 4 versus 2. The bomb to be planted, and now it's going to be that 40-second talents down. Skadoodle with a kit could make something happen, but they need to get towards the site, and Skadoodle, well, he's going to be isolated. Gets 1, gets traded back, and Rush going to find Shroud. A good, well, I say a good start. It's a compulsory start, really, for Optic Gaming in this game. If they're going to fight, they need the pistol round.
Oh man, yeah, Optic needed this pistol round so badly. And they saw the way they got it, compared to the perhaps more aggressive approach than Cloud9. They went in very fast, but they had a double support by both NAF and Tarik, unusually. You think Tarik's a great fragger, like kind of a leader on the team, surely he's going to get the Kevlar. No, both went for a full support by. They got both smokes down, and that let them get a bomb plant fairly easily. Doesn't hurt the Mixwell got himself a couple of frags on the way in too. So that's going to be Optic Gaming straight back on the offensive here. They're going in fast. Who needs utility when you can just shoot everyone? And that's exactly the plan.
Well, makes sense on a round like this. It's a 4 versus 2 once more, but it's not likely. Nothing can really do much here. Looking for NAF fly-in, it's not going to happen. Mixwell has his back, and that is the 6 point for Optic Gaming. In a position where it's AKs versus USPs, and one team has armor and the other does not, I would always favor the AKs. I'm sure everyone would. It's an easy bet, right? And Optic Gaming, they take that bet to the wire. Now, P250s on the board and a Deagle there. And armor, interesting for Cloud9, opting in for a very expensive, I guess, half round.
Yeah, but they're stacking the A site, so the Kevlar is going to give them a chance up close here.
Oh, there we go. Autimatic, able to find 1. Nothing finds another. And these Deagles are just taking the heads off Optic Gaming. But the bomb is towards the B site, which means that Cloud9, they've done it all for nothing. Well, not yet. They may be able to make something work, as nothing himself does have the Galil. Stewie2K as well with that budget rifle. But they are making a very slow play towards this B site.
I love the way they've played this. NAF smirking off connector instantly, and they're going to take a risk to push through, but NAF maybe could have done some more for that position, as is they're going to keep coming. Stewie2K, actually, he's on the flank, and he's going to get 1 for himself too. And Cloud9 with guns in hand for autimatic and Stewie. Well, that's Stewie's on the floor, but NAF actually goes down, so enough guns given up for Cloud9 to take that round.
They don't have time.
Optic did so much right. Oh, that's so painful for the defuse not to go over at the last moment.
Wow, that is painful. 3 members of Cloud9 standing. They clear the site out in an unfavorable round for themselves, taking 2 kills on the A site, and then the B site they made their own, and Cloud9 not able to close that one out. Optic, well, they were gifted something there, I believe. Jack, an extra life, really, but you don't get many of those in a game of Train. And now with the gun round coming out, the AWP battle between Mixwell and Skadoodle, we'll have to see which one of these teams really will own the second half.
Yeah, it's especially an issue because if one team can win, they're on a force buy. Not only that upsets the economy so much because I mean, not only does it possibly reset the other team, but they don't have to buy. They can steal all the guns from the other team that have just bought up, and on a full gun round, you don't get that extra money in effect. So that would have been a real tide turner. As is, they still got 3 guns out of it, and that's going to help them considerably to get their bank back under control at the start of this half. Now this time, strong Ivy control for the first time, starting to be shown by Optic. They're smoking Shroud off straight away, but it looks like there's a bit of a gap here for him to work around. He had a look. I don't think there's much there too, but they are already pulling Shroud in to contest this.
We'll have to see whether or not Cloud9 can hold on to this area. Rush, he's going to fall back, and the bomb currently in the B halls. It's looking like Optic Gaming are going to keep their cards open. With a 56 seconds left, Jack, they need to make their mind up.
Yeah, one thing Optic have shown just there, I mean, the bomb is now coming around towards A, and they're going to probably sneak it through Ivy. So this is like a commit towards it, but at the start of the round, they're always moving the bomb towards Pop Dock and through B halls, because that gives you the best option to take it to both sides. And last round, that worked out really well for them. This time, they made a disciplined decision. Let's go A, but they're not throwing any utility to give the game away.
No, it's going to be NAF opening up, but mixwell finds one. He finds his teammate, but it does get automatic, so I guess it's worth in the end, as long as the team can take out the rest. It's a 3 versus 2, but it's going to be traded back. Only Stewie left alive, drops the bomb, but mixwell takes him down. And mixwell with a team kill, I guess it was technically worth in the end.
Things got pretty close there. It got down to 1 versus 1, but mixwell coming through with a double kill on that.
Does that count as a collateral
if
you kill your teammate in the initial shot as well as an enemy?
It would count as no kill, wouldn't it? Because they'd like cancel out each other on the scoreboard.
That's it.
But you know, for his stat book, yeah, it was a collateral. We'll give him that one.
Sure.
But I think it could have gone badly because they didn't have a smoke. They opted to buy mollies instead of smokes, so they've mollied connector, and that allowed 2 players from Cloud9 to jump through, including Scar. Luckily, Mixwell was there to pick up the pieces. It was like flushing them out of a burning building, and as they dropped, Mixwell was there to tag them up. And
the interesting thing, as you mentioned, Jack, with the guns saved up from the previous rounds where they took out the enemy but weren't able to defuse the bomb, Cloud9 has a very interesting bonus round, something that you don't normally get after the first gun round if you are on the losing side of the half after the pistol round. Cloud9 with a couple of interesting purchases, the UMP of course and the FAMAS because they're trying to tie it all over, some utility and some kits. This could be an unexpected possibility that Optic would not expect them to have this much weaponry.
I mean, they're going to Optic are clearly respecting it though because they've thrown some smokes from outside them from the top of the trash heap to go for a bit of an A play here. Now waiting for the cannonades as well from Cloud9. I think it's playing like this where they know the cannonades are going to come straight in. I think it's clear these two teams have definitely scoured each other before playing this. The last time they played each other, Dowse, it was Optic's T side that kind of won them the game, and maybe this is going to be where they come back again.
Well, 8-11. Let's see what they can do. Shroud opens things up, but Tarik going to trade onto Nothing as they try and push towards this A site, with Rush taking Shroud down and finding a second onto Skadoodle. The 2v2 is now true, and 24 seconds are ticking. The bomb sitting down on the bomb train. Stewie2K trying to defend it. Mixwell has to go aggressive, and he finds that shot onto automatic. It's all on Stewie now, but there's 15 seconds left, and the bomb, he has control. 12, and here comes Mixwell trying to get up close. 15 HP. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse, but it's going to be won by Mixwell. With only 5 seconds left, he can look for the plant for his team. What a close round for Optic Gaming.
Oh, Stewie, all he needed to do in that situation to win the round for his team was just stay alive. The clock was just seconds away from ticking, and instead of, hightailing it through connector, not giving him any chance to take that kill, instead Stewie tries to be a hero and win his team in the round, and actually he kind of does the opposite. He is the anti-hero. They lost because of him. And that's going to put Optic even further back to a comeback. In fact, Cloud9 here on a full save. Actually, other things I like they did in that round is Mixwell, who's just opening this A-bomb site with impunity. They let the AWP challenge the bumper, and you do that because you can wallbang through it with the AWP pretty hard. And he got a kill there as well, so negating that position. I love the way that Optic are using their guns. This T side certainly looks a lot more controlled.
Yep, 11-9 now. Jack and Rush going to take Nothing down as they make their way towards the B site. Wide open for Optic Gaming here, looking to take us to a 10-11 scoreline.
And look, that Molotov going straight into connector, so that's going to force C9 to have to come around the back. So they've been slowed down so much, they're going to get the bomb plant down and about 10 seconds off just from one Molotov. I love stuff like that, Dowse.
Absolutely, 5 versus 3, and that Molotov basically means that Cloud9 have very little chance. No defuse kits. They are going to take this AK from Tarik's fallen corpse, and they will just take that into the next round. That's it for Cloud9. We are taking this game closer and closer.
And Optic have won so many on the trot now. I think any sort of lack of self-belief they had is back. And I think, the last time they played them, they won on T side. So maybe they always thought, well, no matter how bad our CT side is, we've been here before. We back ourselves to come back on this T side. And they've certainly got it. And I think they're just mixing up the A and B bomb hits so well. And certainly it helps when you have someone like Mixwell entry AWPing for you. And he's definitely one of the best I've seen here. Mixwell, on a good day, is definitely one of the best T-side AWPers in NA right now.
So this is where things get interesting. I wonder when Cloud9 decide, hey, we need to pause. We need to try and discuss what's happening. It's the gun buy coming through for them, so they will be looking to try and make it work for them. But I can't imagine if Cloud9 lose this round that they will be feeling very happy about this half's performance.
Oh, I think it's definitely going to be as soon as Cloud9 get to 11-11, they're going to pause it up there. And, you know, it's the same thing as last time. Optic know how Cloud9 play this map. They've always just got Stewie on B side. He's the only player that's fixed there. And the rest like to come on A. So, you know, now that they've got Stewie in this B-side position, and also he often fixates on looking at upper, and they can take advantage of that. All they have to do is double face from upper and lower, and he's basically gone. They got the B-side for free, and they get that instant Molotov in. You just saw them run that play, and hey, don't fix it if it ain't broke. It looks like they're going to do it again, though, with a bit of added fake from Ivy.
Yep, it's going to be two members in Ivy. Stewie spraying down towards Tarik. NAF going to try and support him, as here comes the ramp play from Stan as well. The rest of Optic over towards Ivy, going to cause troubles for Shroud and Mixwell to find that kill. It's not looking good for Cloud9 here, but with a shot from autimatic, it could stay alive. No, it will not. 11-11. And will we see this fabled pause that you have predicted? Oh my goodness, Jack, you've done it.
Call me the Prophet, Dowse.
You're the Prophet, Dowse.
Oh. Cheers, Jack.
You're welcome.
And you know, taking advantage of this B-side, but it was completely different there. Last time they stopped the rotates using a Molotov to connect her, and this time, I mean, yeah, look at NAF just taking control of this round. And even if he hadn't made those shots, they had two players coming on the flank because they'd gone from Ivy to go for some kind of A fake. In the end, it didn't come into it, but you know, this T side, they've got every contingency, and they're just moving Cloud9 around like chess pieces now. Cloud9 have got to put a second player on the B site by default, or have Stewie holding from the back with an AWP or an M4A1S, because right now they are abusing his forward positioning and they're just stopping the rotates far too quickly. Cloud9 might even need to like preempt it and just get straight onto the B site as soon as a certain amount of time has passed.
It's so unfortunate for Cloud9. They haven't been allowed into this half yet. So close, but no cigar with that play towards the B site where they did clear the site out, but they missed out on a defuse by a split second. It did mean that for Cloud9, well, they are currently sitting 11-11.
Such a crucial round for them, right? And 7-11.
It's just very unfortunate, the timings that came through. Nothing able to get a kill, and I was going to comment on Nothing. Hasn't had a stellar performance, currently sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard. But with that extra kill, it will help his confidence. Does get taken down in the end by NAF here, and it's the 4 versus 4 once more. Bomb on the floor. Optic, they're not committing it to anything, but they are looking for that strong Ivy presence once more.
I mean, 4 versus 4 definitely favors you on the T side here, because it's so important to have a player in Z connector on the CT side, so you can't sacrifice that. So you know that you're either going to have a solo hold towards Ivy from the back there, and you've got that from Shroud, or a solo hold on B side, or both. Cloud9 here, an attempt to just try and play 3 players on both sides and like fake it. They have both Skadoodle and autimatic sitting here in connector. One molly and they're going to be locked out, but autimatic holding serve there.
Yeah, and it's very important, really, as the players do start to make their way up towards the A site. Stan, the one creeping his way in, is going to spot Stewie's gun, but he's not able to land the shot. Unfortunate there, really, for Stan, with so much info, not able to find the kill. And it's only Mixwell left alive. This pause what's worked for Cloud9 so far, but let's not count out Mixwell yet. 36 seconds, and he finds a flick onto autimatic. That's going to be one of the 4 he needs. Another 3 to go if you want to take this one, and they're playing very safe, Cloud9. They understand that they do not need to make a play. They need to allow Mixwell to enter their domain, and that's where Cloud9 would have the advantage.
And this time Mixwell denied the entries, and I think the adaptation that's coming out from Cloud9 here to have 2 connector is a really good one. And yeah, this certainly hurt that A take a lot. Nothing holding down Pop Dog, and that's another adaptation. Cloud9 have not really contested that area of the map much at all. And likewise, Heaven, not a conventional holding spot, not checked, and they're punished for it. And having Scar and Stewie, and you've got the B-side defender as well coming out from B, so they've got 3 players in connector, essentially able to play both sides. So that's going to kind of negate the way that they're flipping between the bomb sites, and well, we almost missed the start of that.
Well, we did. Optic have rushed straight onto the A site, and there's only NAF left alive. The bomb's sitting out there, Jack, and, well, that's just autimatic with a 3K.
So did they just rush A on a 4-gun round?
They did, yes. Straight into A site, yeah.
that's all I can say to that, Dowse.
Skadoodle, Stewie, AWP, NAF Fly with an AWP in his hand as well, and a minute to try and make this happen. He is no Mixwell. He can hold his own, but he is nowhere near the primary AWPer for Optic. Let's see what this a Fly Guy can do, whether he can make it work and if he can make Mixwell proud. 58 seconds and he hasn't been given a gift yet. Stewie!
There's the gift, Dowse.
On his screen for a whole second and NAF not able to pull the shot. Unfortunate, but he's still alive. A second life here as the clock continues ticking. Wow, the C pronunciation's not coming out today. There it is. Stewie will not miss for the second time. And Cloud9 all of a sudden in the lead. Here it is. Automatics 3K. 1, 2, and looking for that third onto Mixwell. And that's when Optic fell to the side. A rush onto A. It was not well met. And Cloud9 going to punish that one.
And hey, this is why Automatic was brought onto Cloud9, right? He's just such a good sight anchor. Lovely little play there. Nothing flashes him in. Catches 4 players. Automatic, delivers the goods. That's really going to put Optic in a bit of a tough spot here. There's no way for them to contest this going straight to 14-11. And from then on out, it's got to be perfection. They forced into this round just about everything they dare. A decent amount of utility Kevlars across the board and some close-range pistols. But they're going to do this again. They ran straight out to A. They're like, yeah, we don't fancy this, and go B again. Of course, the wall of smokes is there, so that move not spotted, and all of a sudden, this could be dangerous.
Yeah, look at the rotations already coming out from Cloud9, and Stewie doesn't need backup. 2 for his own stand, able to take him down. The bomb going as we speak, and now 40 seconds left in this round. A beautiful shot from Skadoodle, going to take Rush down, and his only stand left in a 1 versus 3, and he's got a P250, his only weapon in this scenario. Will he be able to find the shots? He won't. Skadoodle with a USP, able to trade that one back, and we are at that 14-11 scoreline as predicted, Jack.
He had a definite chance to get Skadoodle, but otherwise he was a bit stuffed. But, Optic, they just love to flip it between the bomb sites, and this is a classic example. You see, they all come charging in. Stewie's only able to get 1 or 2 players for himself, so he does enough to basically secure them around, but he can't deny the bomb plant, and that's kind of mission accomplished for Optic. They've got the money in the bank that they need to have some kind of a decent buy going into this crucial 14-11 round, because, man, they really need this.
That was such an interesting play by Scar there. He spotted out the player, but knew he wasn't spotted himself, so it was like, is there anyone that I can take in front of me? Nah, all right, I'll have a shot at you then, and he's able to get that one. Now we're going to see a wall of smoke set up from Optic as they look to make their play towards the A site. Tech-9s and UMPs, they're going to rush straight on in, but the Molotovs return. That's going to do a bunch of damage, and it does split everyone up. It's a wall of flashbangs that they're met with, and Optic Gaming have lost stand in the process. Bomb planted. Mixwell able to get that one, but will they expect Automatic all the way up there on the bomb train? The push from Tarik, he finds Shroud. Crucial kill there, really, for Optic, and this play is going to get interesting. Cloud9, they have a lot of time to work with. Everyone is set up. They just need to make their way towards the bomb site, and it's going to be a ninja defuse in the smoke. Skadoodle able to take it. Oh, Optic, eat your heart out.
And Optic this time having established the precedent that they're going to throw that wall of smokes and then dip, duck, dodge, and dive their way over to B site. This time they just go straight for the A hit. It comes so close to them, but I don't know, maybe no one heard that diffuse noise because, they've got Tech-9s. That's a pretty spammy gun, and no one was even trying to stop that. I think maybe they thought as soon as they came out they were going to get smashed. But, Optic did enough because going for a force buy there means that they can get absolutely the fullest buy they want and an AWP for NAF this time rather than Mixwell to contest this and try and take it to overtime on the first map. And given they're playing each other twice on train at the same time, I applaud the effort. But of course, the stakes on this are really high for both Optic and Cloud9. Optic can still come first in ECS, but Cloud9 can overtake them as second seeds. So Optic, so much to play for here, and that's maybe why they're going for overtime all the way.
And I'm not going to be so certain on my maths here, but I believe Optic need all 4 of their current matches if they were to make it and overtake SK Gaming, sorry. It may be just 3 out of the 4, but I'm almost certain it's 4 out of 4. And currently, 2 members down on Optic Gaming. It's going to mean the man advantage is there for Cloud9. There's nothing going to make it a 2 versus 4. Odds stacked up against Optic in this match point round for Cloud9. Tarik making his way up to the bomb train, able to take down nothing but Skadoodle. Oh, that was a tight
That must have been
angle.
like a pixel angle.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to see how that one went down. Rush all by himself, has Shroud to the left of him, and a train behind him. Needs to get towards the bomb site if he's going to have a chance, but it's almost impossible for the man. He is going to try and fall all the way back towards this T hall, but where does he go from here? He's looking to make a rush, maybe towards the B site. It wouldn't be a terrible play, but look at the positions of Cloud9. They're already over in connector. in the B hall, and now Rush trying his best to get onto here is going to walk straight into Shroud.
Yeah, as soon as he hears that plant noise, Shroud was going to pop out. Anything, Shroud's got himself a little sliver too, and that's going to be Rush on the floor. So Cloud9 take the first of this train best of two, if you like, 16-11 on their CT side. And I think really what the key to it was just Optic's CT side was not up to scratch.
Absolutely. Fantastic stuff coming out of Cloud9, able to take the 15-11 over their opponents, and now we'll have to see what Optic Gaming can bring to us as we do, as we head into train once more. So this interesting. Train twice, and I was having a bit of a chat with Mr. Bardolph himself about what he expects to happen based on the first result. If he predicted that if the game was to go close, then the second game would be a stomp for the team that won. So we'll have to see if Cloud9 have basically just worked out Optic in this one, or maybe we'll see Optic fight back. Either way, we're going to be heading to a break, and when we do return, it will be the second match of this train affair. Optic Gaming versus Cloud9. Don't go anywhere.